Sheesh. Hey man, you know what time it is? We back again with another video. You know what I'm saying? You seen the last video when we picked up the Arapaima. It's been a couple of days now. Don't think I've been slacking. It has been a couple of days, right? But those couple of days, I've been trying to dedicate to getting the Arapaima to eat, right? Because I wanted to get it on video and I wanted to be a happy moment for both of us, right? For you guys and me. But every time I go up to the tank these past, it's been 4 days now. I got them Saturday, it's now Thursday. So 5 days really. The whole week basically I've been trying to get them to eat, but trying to get it on camera, trying to capture a moment for both of us. Well, why don't you look at that? That was my food. We're fish keeping and eating fish. Right? I don't know. I kind of weird me now that I think about it. Like, wait, this is my pet? No, I gotta be completely different. This is snapper. This is snapper. Right? It can't be the same. Saltwater fish, right? But people do keep saltwater fish. I've kept saltwater fish, a panther grouper. That just messed me up, man. I don't know if I should be eating this now. Like, what other animal parents eat? You know what I'm saying? Like, people that keep dogs don't eat dogs. People that keep cats don't eat cats. I'm a fish keeper, but I eat fish. Like, only fish keeper is the one. I don't know. But, right, like I was saying, the Arapaima, I've been trying to catch a moment for both of us. That's why I have been slacking on the video, because I had like a self goal, like I'm not gonna post a video until I get the Arapaima eating on camera, but it doesn't happen like that. Every time I walk up to the tank, the Arapaima is so skittish. It's like there's no way I'm gonna get him to eat. First of all, walking up to the tank, let alone the camera in front of the tank. Just so skittish. So I was able to kind of finesse it yesterday, and I was able to capture the moment. I'll drop that clip here. See the bulge in his stomach. He just ate one off the ground. This is day 4 and he finally ate. I was able to get him to eat, but I didn't get him actually eating. I got him like the bulge in his stomach. Like I've seen him chewing the food off of the ground. It took like 10 minutes. I had to let the food sit in there, which I rarely ever do, and I almost took the food out because I don't let the food sit in there just because it could foul out of water, and it's not that much water in there for how much bioload they give off, those type of fish give off. So I really don't allow anything to sit in there that can foul the water out for any amount of time. So I almost took it out, but I'm like, it was really me being lazy at the moment. And then I look up and he's sitting there gnawing down on something, and then next thing you know, there's a bulge in his stomach. So that's the video I captured. That's all I can get, but at least he ate. I was getting worried about him eating and not eating, or if he ever was gonna eat. The Bumblebee Grouper is doing well. His food response is, look at him now. Look at your Arapaima. Look at the Arapaima. They're so skittish. Look at him, look. And look at the Bumblebee Grouper. He just all front of the glass, can't wait to eat. What else? The irrigation system is doing well. I had to tack the DC power motor up to the wall because it was getting too wet. And you see I put a little electrical tape on the back because it was just getting wet from the splashes. It was sitting right there at first. Now I got it tacked up to the wall. and it's a little better feeding the water through the irrigation. As you can see, it's flowing a little better now. Yeah, at first it was barely dripping. This stuff is going now, right? The irrigation system is going. All this stuff is working perfectly. The fish are thriving, the fish love it. All the aeration I'm getting, all the filtration I'm getting, all the nitrates being ate up. I've tested the water, everything 0 with 5 ppm of nitrates, right? I feed this tank every day and he eats a lot. So only 5 ppm is really good. And this is a fresh, kind of a new tank. It's only been like 3 weeks. I've had this filter set up on it. No, like a month, right? And you can kind of see he's getting a little size on him too already. He's bigger from the first time I shot him. Yeah, he's getting a little size on him now. Woo! Yeah, so it's only 5 ppm. So that tells me that this irrigation system is doing complete work, man. There's 0 ammonia, 0 nitrate, but only 5 ppm nitrates. And that is what the plants feed off of. And here you see the irrigation is constantly feeding the plants this heavily fed fish tank is giving off some good nutrients to this plant, these plants that is fed by this irrigation system. There we go, you see a little drip system going in there. I don't know if we can get it in there. Let's see if we can get the close-up of the irrigation actually working. There we go, right there. I hope it focused. Did it focus? There we go. You can see the trickle down right there in the irrigation. Right? So that tells me this thing is working phenomenal. Everything is good. Yeah, like I said, I feed this tank every day, heavily. And that Bumblebee Grouper eats a lot. Eats a lot. He eats like some little chunks, tilapia chunks, probably like 6 or 7 of them, little chunks. And his stomach be bloated, but for 2 fish, heavily messy fish at that, only 5 ppm, no ammonia, no nitrites, only 5 ppm of nitrates is really good. And that tells you that the engineering we did with that irrigation system and the overhead plant system we did is working great. It's converting the ammonia into nitrite very fast, and it's being converted into nitrates very fast, and it's being absorbed by the plants very efficiently. So that tells me that that overhead plant system, the irrigation system, with the natural soil and everything that's natural. I bought that literally from the store, how it is with the soil in it and everything. Is working phenomenal, right? Like I said, it's a 4-stage filtration in itself because you have the soil, which is coarse, so it's surface area for the colonies to colonize, the nitrifying bacteria to colonize, right? So that alone is converting the ammonia into nitrite. And then when it becomes nitrates, that's what the plants eat, is the nitrates. So, and that's not even including the filter that I have. I have a Fluval 207, I think there's something, there's something extra, there's another, life alert button there. So that tells me that the filtration on this thing is phenomenal, and that I could probably run this with way bigger tanks. But if I had to change something, I probably would change the soil, because I don't like how it colors the tank. It colors the tank so dark. It looks really good when the lights are very bright on it. It looks really good. It's a nice orange color, but yeah. Look, they're waiting to be fed. I'm gonna do a feeding video too. Let's see if we can get them eating on camera. I'll do a feeding video at the end of this video, but Man, he got some size on him, man. He got some size. But yeah, just another update. Everything working great. Just want to show you guys everything. Took a couple of days off because, like I said, I had a goal set that I wanted to capture the moment live, you know, but it didn't go like that. He's very skittish. I can't, as you can see, you can't walk into the front of the tank with the camera, and you gotta throw the food in there and let it sit, and then he'll eventually get to it. So when he gets a little bigger, he'll be less skittish, and then we'll be able to capture the moments. But right now, at least, what you see is what you get. Someone did contact me. They had a African Goliath tiger fish about 7-8 inches that I was looking to get, but you know, I'm back in that'll be me getting into my old ways, just getting fish. Don't have a plan for them yet. Next thing you know, I have to get several tanks in here. Next thing you know, I'm overloaded again. You know, I'm trying to do stuff at a pace and do stuff that I really want to do, keep the fish that I really want, and have plans for the fish that I really want to keep long term. These two fish I want to keep long term, so I got them growing out. But I wouldn't mind another fish that I have plans for, but we only have 40 gallons of water here. You know, this was just an experiment tank, and I just happened to have the Bumblebee Grouper coming in. So that was his grow out tank, and then I had a good deal on the Arapaima, so that was another fish that I listed in one of the videos that I said that I would get, that I wouldn't mind keeping because it's a dream fish and I have long-term goals for it, you know? So I'm pretty maxed out with 40 gallons of water, man. And even then, you know, that's not a lot for them right now, but it would have been a problem. I do test the water daily. It would have been a problem if my nitrates would have been out of control right now. If my nitrates were out of control, that kind of would have been alarming, because like I said, I feed this tank every day and I feed it heavily. I feed him until he can't eat no more, until his stomach looks like it's about to pop. So, and I crank the temperature up a little bit so the metabolism can kind of speed up and be more efficient to digest it. You know, so he could digest his food a little more efficiently with the warmer temperature. So it is a real grow out boot camp, like I said. It was an experiment turned into the grow out boot camp. But like I said, if the nitrates was out of control right now, I would have been looking to upgrade, but only 5 ppm. 5 ppm. That tells you that that system is working very efficiently. And honestly, I don't think without that soil and everything, it naturally being potted and everything, it would be doing that good. Right now, with the way I feed probably about every 18 hours, right? I should have some type of ammonia, right? That's not a lot of water to the type of fish I have in there. Even for the size, he's about 6 inches, but I know I've had Bumblebee Groupers before, 40 gallon stuff, and I would have a little bit of ammonia, a little bit of nitrites, and a whole lot of nitrates, right? So that just tells you right there that that system alone, just the irrigation system, the overhead irrigation system alone is doing work, right? So we figure something out here, and we could take that and we could put it towards something bigger in the future. When these guys get bigger, and when these guys get bigger, and for the future fish that we're gonna have later on, right? So yeah, I'll give you guys one more look before we call it. Man, he's really got some size on him, man. I know he did. You guys look back at my videos and tell me in these past couple of weeks he hasn't gotten any size on him, man. Let me see if I can get him to come up. There you go, there you go. He's gotten some size for sure. At least half an inch. That's a couple weeks. So I show you that this water is immaculate with this filtration system. Here it is again. Just great, just phenomenal. I was just sitting back thinking like, man, what if that worked? Like, how would that be? Like, right? So I tried it. You can see the water flowing through the irrigation lines, right? You can actually see the water flowing here, right there. The water trickling down in there, right? You know, right? Getting like this, like this agitation right there, adding a little more oxygen in the water. I gotta add some water in the tank too. Look, coming up. Look at her. Sheesh. That's fire. All right, man. I'm gonna go ahead and eat. I'm gonna go ahead and feed these guys. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Go on.